Welcome everybody. Welcome. How's everyone doing? Let's see who's going to join me today. Welcome to our boot camp, guys. I'm doing a 3-day Teach Yoga Online business boot camp. You're joining me, Kelly McHugh. I'm the founder of Digital Yoga Academy. So as you start to join, guys, those of you watching me on Instagram and also in the Facebook group, as you start to join me, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, okay? Let me know where you're watching from. I want you to share your location, so your town, your city, where are you watching from? We've got a global community here of teachers, so which is incredible, and it just demonstrates, doesn't it, the power of teaching online, because you really can reach people all around the world with your message. So who have we got? We've got Charlene. Hey guys, as you start to join, Nicole, we've got Mumbai in the house, Ebony from Boston, Jacqueline from the UK. Hello guys. We've got Charlene from West Yorkshire, Annabelle, hello. Hey. Oh, hang on, one second. I made a boo-boo here on Insta. Let's turn you back around again. Hello. Barbados. Brilliant. Come on, keep coming. Felix, hello. Angela from California. Scott from Notting Hill. We've got Kim from Seattle. Who else is here? So as you start to join, guys, say hello. Say hello, say hello. You're spending your Saturday with me. If you're here in the UK, it's Saturday, 6 p.m. But we've got a multinational global audience here. So let's have a look here. Jacqueline Enfield, we've got Chidma from Berlin, Tanya from Spain, they're in lockdown, Suzanne from Vancouver, Hannah from Brighton, Camille, we've got Sophie from Cornwall. Well done everybody for being here and showing up. That's what it's all about, right? It's what it's all about. So share your location in the comments. And if you're on the replay, also share your location. So let's just see how far and wide we are. How global are we? We've got Charlotte coming from Middlesbrough, Julie from Miami, Maria, Annabelle, Louisa from Fulham. Well done, guys. Keep coming, keep coming. I'm just going to wait a few more moments so we can fill up the room, and then we'll begin. This is day one. This is day one of our 3-day training, and it's all about teaching yoga online, okay? All about teaching yoga online. So today, I'm going to be talking to you about the 3 mistakes that yoga teachers make when they're building an online business, okay? Know this, that there really is no better way than to share your message than to share online, yeah? And you've got, you know, potential ideal students for you all over the world, people that you can reach all over the world, just like I am with you guys now. So before we begin, I just want you to settle yourself. Make sure that you're free from distractions, okay? Make sure you're free from distractions. Take a few nice big breaths, yeah? Take some deep breaths in. Take some nice big deep breaths in before we begin. And just start to connect. Let's connect with each other's energy here in this space, okay? Connect with each other, connect with this space. Make sure there's no distractions. I want you to make this time about you, okay? And I want you to feel like you can just open up to receive some support that you need right now, okay? And before I kind of dive into it, I just want to say a few words about this situation, okay? So I think it's fair to say that none of us could have imagined that we would be in this place that we are in today. And, you know, I want you to know that it's okay if you feel anxious, if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel uncertain about your future, because you're not alone. You know, I feel this way, we all feel this way. I'm with you, and everyone else is with you on this, okay? So my team and I are here to support you to work through this quicker, okay? So that you can move into opportunity and start to see new pathways to support yourself and your family, okay? And it's really important. You know, I've had to shift my mindset and thinking very quickly so that I can support all of you. And it's really helped me to, I guess, wake up and use some of this energy in a more positive way to to serve, right? To identify new problems being faced by you guys right now, being faced by my community, and to adapt my offerings to meet your needs, okay? And why I'm saying this is because I encourage you to do the same, okay? I really encourage you to use this energy to drive your creativity and your resourcefulness. Look at how you can modify your messaging. You know, don't be afraid to talk about Corona head on, like I am with you guys now. And really just find ways to talk with your community and identify what they need most from you right now, what they're struggling with, what support they need, how you can create, you know, new offerings or adapt your existing offerings, but really tap into, identify the reasons why they need you now to show up daily more than ever, okay? Does this make sense to you guys? Because this is how you're going to grow your business through this time, yeah? And it's not only that, it's how you're going to be ready to bounce back when it all passes. And it will pass, right? Change is a constant thing, we know that. And, you know, it might not feel like it now, but it will pass. And in the meantime, use this community that you've got here, and just know that, you know, my team are here. I'm here for you and to support you. Okay. So I think, you know, what we can see from this is that this crisis is, you know, giving us the opportunity to really rise up to new realities, right? New expectations. So we need to show up more than ever. Yeah, with resilience and with determination and with an open heart. Okay, so that's what I really encourage you to do and to take from this. And I think, you know, when we do rise up together, then the whole world shifts too, right? So it's already happening. Okay, guys, how are you feeling? Let me put it back on you guys. How are you feeling right now? How are you feeling right now? I want you to all share in the comments one word of how you're feeling right now. My word, I'll tell you my word, it's inspired. Yeah, feeling inspired. Feeling inspired by all of you guys for showing up here with me. And it's really, this last week has really kind of driven me, and it's inspiring me to now show up even more. So share your words in the comments. Share how you're feeling. Share how you're feeling. Eek! Okay, so what have we got? Excited, inspired, grateful. Excited, overwhelmed, blessed. I'm feeling okay. Excited, overwhelmed, yeah. I was feeling inspired for sure, but it's changing. Great. Curious, introvert, doubtful. Oh, guys, excited. Yeah, mixed feelings, right? And however you feel, it is totally okay. It's totally okay to feel all of these things. Scattered, lucky, keen, challenged, scared, present. That's a good one. Excited but don't know where to begin. Lucky, manic, out of comfort zone. Yeah, this is the time where we all feel out of our comfort zone, right? We do. And we know what happens during those times. That's the time of growth, isn't it? So it's important for us to really shift our perspective as much as we can. I know it's challenging, but as much as we can. And just know that you have this group. You know, this group is 10,000 strong now. This group is 10,000 strong. You have this group to support you. And honestly, guys, you have all been showing up already for each other this week, haven't you? You know, you've been supporting each other here in the group. It's absolutely amazing. All the comments, all your posts, you know, you're coming in here for support. And it just shows that you are opening up for support. And that is incredible, okay? When we open up for support, we start to let that in. That's when the magic can really happen for us, yeah? So keep coming of your words of how you're feeling. Ready, motivated, inspired. Yes, exactly. Scared, adjusting. Adjusting is a good one. We're all adjusting to this. So let's begin then. Let's begin. So today's session, I'm sharing with you 3 mistakes. Excuse me. 3 mistakes that that I see teachers making when they're taking their business online. And remember, we're not talking here about just streaming live classes, which I know many of you have been doing this week, and I'm so proud of you for doing that and moving forward. You know, despite all the fears and despite the tech overwhelm, you know, we've got some real action takers in this group, which is really awesome. But it's not just about streaming live classes, okay? This is about building an online yoga business that's going to see you teaching yoga for years to come, right? And living a hustle-free life that feels limitless, with that financial freedom to really support yourself. And this type of business requires an asset, okay? Some of you have heard me talk about this, but it requires you to build an asset. And that asset is an online course or a membership site, somewhere that your students can go for real transformation, something that offers immense value, yeah, beyond that of a live streamed yoga class, okay? And this is something, this asset is something that you can sell in your business over and over and over again. And that's where I want you to be in your yoga business. I want you to have an asset, okay? And now is the time, right? Now is the time to start thinking about this and to start actually working on it. Okay, to start building that asset in your business that will give you a sustainable future. So, you know, I really feel that over the last 3 years or so doing this, that I've really kind of cracked the code now on those steps that you need to take to build that asset in your business. And I made mistakes along the way, okay? I've made some mistakes along the way. So, you know, these are mistakes that you don't need to make. So today I'm sharing 3 mistakes, but the first one is definitely a mistake that I made when I first launched Digital Yoga Academy a few years ago. So the first mistake to make is not growing an audience, okay? So this is a community for your asset, for your course or your membership site, not growing an audience first and instead jumping head first into creating your course. Because I bet when, you know, I talk about this, you probably think that the first thing you need to do is create your course. Anyone think that? I mean, it's natural to think that, you know, you want to have an online course, then maybe you think you need to just focus on building the course, but it's not actually the first thing you should be doing, okay? And it's exactly, that is what I did. That's exactly what I did a few years ago. I was so excited about, you know, creating my first course that I just jumped straight into it, okay? My focus wasn't on growing my community, okay? It was getting my course created and getting it out the door. So any guesses what actually happened? Any guesses what happened? Any guesses what happened? Well, a few things happened. Because I had no community, because I had no audience, I didn't really know who my ideal student was. Yeah, I didn't have any idea of who I was actually going to be selling this course to. Okay, I didn't know who you guys were, basically, and because I had no audience, I wasn't able to validate my course. Yeah, I wasn't able to validate to see if people actually wanted it, and because I had no audience, no one bought my course. Yeah, so no one bought it. So this is one of the biggest mistakes you can make, is to not grow your audience prior to creating and launching your course. Yeah, so nobody bought it, exactly. Exactly. So, you know, many teachers spend the first few years of their business just taking kind of shots in the dark and hoping somebody's going to magically find them. But it doesn't work like that. You know, you need to do the groundwork first, and you need to do the audience building first, yeah? So that when you create and, you know, when you come out with your course, when you're creating your course, you're actually at the same time growing your audience, yeah? So you don't want to start creating your course without first, you know, understanding who your ideal student is, understanding what their challenge is, choosing an idea for your course that's going to offer a transformation, yeah, an outcome, a real outcome. Validating that idea, yeah, so that you gain real clarity and confidence, and also qualifying your audience so that you know that people are actually going to enroll in it, yeah? And of course, you can't do all of those things if you don't have a community, unless you've actually grown your audience. Does this make sense to you guys? Give me some feedback. Give me some feedback. Nobody bought the course. Yeah, crickets. I love that one. Yes, exactly. Wasn't what they wanted. You can't sell. No signups. Crickets flopped. Yeah, exactly, guys. You've got this. You're on the same page. Brilliant. That's great. But you'd be surprised how many teachers, you know, people that come into my programs or teachers that I coach, that they're like, oh, well, I just want to jump straight into my course creation. I've got this idea and this is what I want to do. And they're all really excited about it. And I understand the excitement, but we need to get the foundations in place. We need to understand and gain clarity about who our people are, right? So be excited, but grow your audience first, because honestly, no matter what you're teaching or how good your topic is, the only real reason that somebody's going to purchase your course is because they want the outcome, yeah? People buy transformations, yeah? People buy outcomes, you know, how they're going to look, how they're going to feel. So you want to be really clear on the outcome and that transformation. Yeah, you want to be really, really clear on that. This is the most important part of your course. Yeah, your asset, the most important part of it is that it provides a transformation, provides an outcome, a goal for your students to go through and achieve. Yeah, that is what people buy. So you can't do that unless you've got a community to ask, right? And so that you can get that feedback and do the research and the validation work. And when you do this validation, yeah, when you do this inner work around it, and you test out your ideas and you get feedback, you know, you use validation strategies to really fully understand what your potential ideal student wants and what they need from you. You know, what is that transformation that they're looking for that your course can offer? Okay, so we're not talking about, you know, just throwing together some classes and putting them online for people to purchase. That's not what we're talking about. And we're not talking about standalone yoga classes like you find on YouTube, yeah? Or even your live streamed classes. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about guiding your students towards an outcome, a goal, a total transformation. And what I'll say with this is that when you're, you know, incredibly confident about creating a course that you know that your audience really wants and needs, it's a totally different kind of experience, yeah? It's a totally different kind of experience. So I want you to get to this point before you put your heart and soul into it, which I know you will, okay? Really make sure you know this, yeah? You can't just guess this. You can't just guess it. You need to know in your bones that this is what your audience wants and needs, yeah? So that's super important, super, super, super important. There's a process to this, guys. There's a complete, you know, framework to understanding this, yeah? And it's without going through those steps and without first growing your community, guess what's gonna happen? You know, guess what? You know, when you launch your course, who are you launching it to? Who's ready for it? There's no one there. There's no one there. So this is really important. You know, don't jump straight into creating your online course without first growing your community. Okay, so there you go. That's the first mistake. That's the first mistake. Let's see what's happening over here in Facebook. Over 100 of you here watching me in Facebook. Well done, guys. That's it. That's it. Cool. Brilliant. Well done. Well done. Well done. Maria. Hey, Maria. How can I grow my audience? Yeah. Perfect. Amazing. Amazing. So keep it coming. Keep it coming. So that's the first mistake. The first mistake at Jamaica. Okay, so mistake number two is not approaching your course creation and launching process, okay, or even just not approaching your online yoga business with consistency and persistence. Okay, this is mistake number two, is to not approach your online business with consistency and persistence. Okay, so let's talk about consistency first. And by this, I mean, you know, habits, creating habits, the results of which compound over time. Okay, consistency is really important, guys. Okay, because what might seem to you really insignificant when it's only done once can actually become quite significant when it's done consistently over and over and over again. Yeah. So this is about creating daily habits in your business and focusing on one thing. Yeah. Which is getting your online course together and getting it out there. Yeah. So I think, you know, consistency is so important because we get easily distracted, don't we? And we get overwhelmed, or we can just easily lose track of the end goal. And if you're just getting started with this like online space and building an online business, and you know, you're looking at creating an online course, being consistent is really difficult if you haven't got some kind of framework, or you've not got accountability or support to really help you to stay on track. And I think, you know, as yoga teachers, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, don't we? We hear about this hustle. You've got to hustle and bustle to do all the things, and all the tasks and priorities are just competing. You know, we're out there teaching, we're traveling around, and we're trying to do everything, and, you know, run a household and, you know, feed our family. And often, you know, it can just feel really overwhelming, yeah, when we're just getting started out. So what I say here is, like, what if you could just do one thing every day that would set you up for success, and you just focus on that thing, yeah? So this might mean, you know, drawing back on other things to make space and to make time to work on this one thing that's going to help you to build a sustainable business. Okay, so quite often, you know, teachers that I work with, they're like, well, I just don't have the time. And I'm like, okay, so can you look at your teaching schedule? You know, maybe instead of teaching 20 classes a week, take it down to 15. Give yourself extra time and space to actually be able to work on your business. And it's not enough just to do that, you know, because you have to be consistent with it. That's the key thing, you know. And I think the reason for all this like hustle and bustle, you know, we're trying to do all the things and, you know, not having any accountability, because quite often, well, let's face it, you know, you guys are doing this on your own, right? Your business, your business. It's likely that you don't have a team to kind of keep you accountable. But it's really not enough just to set goals, yeah? We also need to be consistent with our daily habits, really do. So if your goal is to build an online business, it's not enough just to have that goal. You need to look at what your daily habits are, because that's the engine that's going to drive you forward towards your goal. Okay, does that make sense? Does that make sense? So it's really about, you know, finding a way to propel you forward and to get support, get accountability to move you towards your goal. And that might not sound like a big shift, but it is. It is, you know, productive and successful people practice the things that are important to them on a consistent basis. You know, they create those habits for success, for showing up consistently. So I want you guys to ask yourself now, you know, if your goal is to create an online yoga course or an online membership, have you got the framework? Have you got the support? Have you got the accountability to be consistent and to get you to that end goal? Because it's hard work, right? It's hard work. There's a lot of work that goes into this. Yeah. And when you're doing it on your own, it can be a challenge. So the first part of mistake number one, I'm just looking at the comments here. The first part of mistake number two, sorry, is consistency. And the second part is not being persistent. Yeah. So creating an online course is not a get rich quick scheme. Okay. It's not a get rich quick scheme. Okay. When you have your online course, you know, you will have created that asset that I talked about at the beginning. So you do all of this work up front, and then you can sell your course again and again and again. That's essentially how it works. Okay, it's about building this sustainable yoga business because you've got an asset. So this is about, you know, building for the long term. Yeah, the rewards can be huge, guys. I've been in business for 3 years now with Digital Yoga Academy, and I'm always transparent about where I'm at in my business. And in this last year, I've reached the 6-figure mark. Okay, my launches literally bring in thousands of dollars of revenue. Yeah, my last launch was almost 60K launch. Obviously, didn't start out that way. Yeah, I've had to do the work. And I'm not going to say it's not hard work, because it's hard work. But remember also that there are far more yoga practitioners, yoga students in the world than there are yoga teachers. Okay, there are billions of people in the world that can be reached with your unique message of yoga. Yeah, 60% of the world are online. Okay, so you know, many more are not in the vicinity of a studio. You know, they might be in a hard to reach area. And then at the same time, online learning is growing at a really high rate. So there's a real opportunity for you guys now as yoga teachers to really reach so many people around the world, and you know, to impact on people's lives, to get paid for your time and your effort and your energy, your teaching. Okay, so don't be. The reason I'm saying this is, you know, I don't want you to be disillusioned and thinking that this works for me because it's business courses for yoga teachers. My business is super niche, right? My business is super niche. Not every yoga teacher wants to learn this. You guys here watching me now are unique, right? You're entrepreneurial yoga teachers, and that's a segment in the yoga teaching space, okay? I started with zero. You might be starting with zero, okay? But if you really believe in this and you are connected to your purpose like I am, and you're consistent and you're persistent, i.e. you don't give up when it doesn't seem to be working, because that will happen, you can do this, okay? You can get the same results and rewards, but it requires dedication. Dedication, hard work, a lot of learning, consistency, being persistent. It requires you to show up, okay? To really show up for your yoga business, for your vision, for your dream, you know, for getting out of the 20 class a week scenario, yeah? So that you can have more time with your family, more freedom, whatever it is that you want in life, yeah? So ultimately, it's about making a bigger impact. And I know that all of you, like me, want to make a bigger impact. This is why we're here. This is why we're here, right? So we have to keep showing up. We have to keep being persistent. And showing up really means, you know, being present, okay? It means being engaged and being connected with your why, yeah? Having a real connection, you know, to your why, and that, and do the inner work around that, guys, you know? Doing the inner inner work. What I'll say here is that showing up also means that there will be setbacks. Yeah, there will be setbacks. There always will. This is how you learn. This is how you learn in business. This is how you learn. And I think there's always going to be times where it doesn't go right. You know, it doesn't feel like it's going right. That's normal. It's completely normal. It's your ability to get through those setbacks that's going to determine your success. Yeah. I'll tell you now, it's inevitable that at some point you're going to run into complications and challenges. That's just part of it. Failing is, you know, part of the process of getting good at something and mastering something, and making mistakes, dealing with your failures is just part of your job as a yogipreneur. Okay. I would just say more on this, because I think it's important. I think it's really important, because quite often, you know, we think something is a failure even when we've just started. Okay, I want you guys to just be willing to suck at the beginning and know that you're going to get progressively better as you go. Okay, if you have that mindset, that is a brilliant mindset for success. Yeah, because you'll always get better and better. And it's exactly the same with your online course. Okay, it's not a case of launch it once and that's it. You're going to launch it again and again and again and again. And every time you launch it, you're going to get better. You're going to optimize it. You'll relaunch it. You'll get feedback. You'll continue to be persistent with this. That's the key thing, is like you have to continue to be persistent and to keep showing up and to keep learning. And eventually, you know, you'll get to the point where you've launched it so many times that you're like, okay, this is really working now. This is really working now. So, you know, at that point, you might decide to put your course on what's called evergreen, right? Which means it's happening in the background. People are coming into your funnel. Don't get overwhelmed with the word funnel, but people are coming into your business. And, you know, it's happening in the background and you're generating passive income. I don't tend to like to use that word because it's not really passive. You still need to be showing up and sharing your content and, you know, being there, being visible in your community. Okay, but you can get to that point where that happens, but that requires persistence. Okay, on Monday I'm going to be sharing with you a formula to help you with your income goals, your course income goals, but it's a formula that's going to help you to generate your first 5K month. And that's the incredible thing about an online business, about, you know, an online course, is that there's actually a formula to work with when it comes to how much revenue you're going to generate. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to be sharing that with you guys on Monday, in Monday's session. So, you know, to finish up on that, I think just consistency and being persistent is going to allow you to keep showing up and to keep building your audience and to keep launching and growing your business, sustainable yoga business. And, you know, a few years down the line, look where you might be. Yeah, look where you might be. So how do we feel about that, guys? Consistency and persistence. Was it a grit? Exactly, it's grit. It's grit. That's what determines your success, right? You've got to have grit. You've got to have grit. So I think it's Angela Duckworth. It's a really good TED talk on grit. Go and check that out. Okay, let's move on to mistake number 3. Okay, mistake number 3 is to not invest in yourself and your business. Okay, so listen up. To fully succeed as a yoga business owner, yeah, which is what you are, you must start to act and think like a business owner. So hands up, do we see ourselves, first up, I want you guys to comment here in the comments, do you see yourself as a business owner, as a yoga business owner? So when you look at successful business owners, they invest, whether that's in their knowledge, people, systems, to build a business and truly grow, you need to invest, okay? And this is a mindset shift that you have to make, okay? I've certainly had to make it. But think of it like this. You've already invested thousands in your teacher training, okay? How much was your teacher training? Tell me in the comments, how much was your teacher training? Or actually, how much have you spent so far on teacher trainings? Not even just your initial one, but how much have you, like, have you tallied it up? Have you ever tallied it up? Because I see it over and over, you know, teachers going on training after training after training after training, and they're still struggling. And it's not because they don't have teaching skills, because they clearly do, but it's because they don't know how to connect with their ideal students. Yeah, they don't know how to grow their communities and to get out of the studio model. And they don't know how to be consistent in building their business in a sustainable way. So now really is the time to make, you know, teaching yoga actually work for you, and to actually make the money that you've already spent becoming a yoga teacher and learning more about yoga to work for you financially. But not just that, energetically, to work for you energetically and sustainably, okay? So, you know, whether that's investing in a business course to improve your knowledge, or getting a coach to keep you accountable, or being part of a like-minded community like you are here and showing up in it, you know, maybe it's about investing a few hours a week in a VA, yeah? VA support to help you with admin, or to help you, you know, scheduling out your social media. I mean, that's certainly where I started. With the support that I brought into my business. And that in itself, even if it's a few hours a week, guys, to get some help with your admin so that you don't have to work on that, and instead you can work on growing your business, yeah? Because if you're tied up with your admin, how can you have the time to work on those higher priced offerings like your online course, to, you know, to have those daily habits where you're working on your online business? How can you have the time to do that? And yes, it might feel a bit risky at first because you're forking out some money and you're not instantly seeing results from it, okay? So it can feel like an expense, it feels like a risk. But knowing that you're fully connected to your purpose and your why, and that this is what you really want to do, you want to build an online business, an online yoga business, it will pay off and reward you. I promise you it will, okay? It will. So everything that you invest in you and your business will come back to you over and over and over again. Like, I've literally invested thousands into my knowledge, okay, and into my business and into myself. Just this week, I've almost invested, I hate to say this out loud, nearly 10,000 to work with a new business coach. Yeah, just this week on Thursday, I said yes. And I know that I need that support right now to move to the next stage of my business, and I'm open to receiving it, okay? I'm open to receiving that support. I know that that money that I've invested is going to flow back to me. It will flow back to me, okay? I would never have had the capacity to do that a few years ago if I didn't have my online business and without the assets that I have in my business. Does that make sense? So ultimately, for me personally, and I'm sharing my experience here with you, is that I've had to break through my mindset blocks. And it's not easy, I'll tell you, it's not easy, but I've had to break through the blocks to invest in myself and to get the support that I need with a team, yeah, building out a team and realizing, you know, with my own limiting beliefs where I think that I'm superwoman, I can do everything myself, but to get over that and let people in because I need that support. So you take baby steps, right? Take baby steps with this. It might just be a couple of hours a week. You let someone in to help you so that you can work on the thing that's truly important to you. Yeah, so from yoga teacher to yoga teacher, I'm sharing this with you. Yeah, if you can't stay for the whole thing, you can come back. The video is going to be here in the group, so don't worry. Virtual assistants, exactly. Yeah. That's it. Get some help, guys. Get some help is what I'm saying. Free up your time, because if you spend the time on it now, and remember, it's not a quick, rich scheme. Yeah, it's a sustainable business that you're building. That will come back to you, the money that you invest now and the support that you invest into now. And this is really about mindset. It's about mindset. Yeah, when we see ourselves as solely a yoga teacher and not a yoga business owner, we make different decisions. Okay, so it's about our identity. You know, who are you identifying with? Do you identify yourself as a business owner? So many teachers don't. Let me know, guys. Do you identify yourself as a business owner? Okay, so we need to do the inner work. We need to do that inner work to get into the mindset, yeah? And to really embody the mind and the identity of a business owner, yeah? Who acts and thinks and makes decisions of a business owner, okay? So you want to be saying to yourself, I'm not blocking myself here, because you see that to create more impact, you have to change your mindset. Yeah, you have to change your mindset. I have to start thinking, behaving like a business owner. Exactly, yeah, Cheryl, you are your business. That's it. So there you go, guys. There are your 3 mistakes, the big mistakes that I see. And I really wanted to start with this today, start our 3 days of training with this, because I want you guys to be in the right headspace for this, to know what it is that you are looking at, you know, when it comes to building an online business, what it actually means, and how you actually need to show up, how you need to actually show up to make this happen. Yeah. So any surprises there? Any surprises there with what I shared? You have to really want this. So you need to ask yourself, is this my vision? Is this my vision? Am I truly connected to this? Do I really want to make this happen? Because it's hard work, yeah? But the rewards are amazing. The rewards are incredible. Yes, now more than ever. Exactly, more than ever. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys today. And I think it's a good one, because I think now you've got 24 hours to kind of let this settle, what I've shared with you, those 3 mistakes. So the first one being, you know, not growing your community, growing your community and just launching your online course without growing your community. What did we think about that one? What did we think about that? So not growing your community first, and just, you know, having no community there to be able to validate what you're doing and to get those ideas, and like getting your course out there, and then there being no community to launch to. So we talked about there being crickets. And then mistake number 2 was about not being consistent enough and persistent even. And then mistake number 3, not investing in yourself, in your knowledge, and getting the right support network and so on around you as well. Like buying a car but with no wheels. Yeah, exactly. When you feel passionate about what you do, it shows when growing your community. That's Hannah. Thank you, Hannah. Yes, it makes sense. 100% makes sense. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So growing your community is about, you know, being visible, having a website, being visible, sharing amazing content that people are going to love, that's really value packed and is going to help them, understanding who your students are, because you need to know that to be able to create the content, but then growing your email list. Yeah. Email over social any day, any day. You need to grow your email list. So, so important. So important. Exactly. So for you guys who have been, you know, you've got your own classes and you've got a little community already, then, you know, you want to be transitioning those people now, don't you? You want to be transitioning those people into your online live stream classes, which a lot of you have been doing this week, so well done for doing that. But then you want to be thinking ahead, and I think, you know, this is a little bit of a wake-up call, this happening with Corona happening. You know, it's making us realise, you know, oh my gosh, like, imagine if we didn't have this at our fingertips, you know. Thank God. I mean, we're blessed that we have technology at our fingertips and we can actually continue to teach, but online. But it just makes you realise, you know, those live streamed classes are not necessarily going to pay the bills. We need to then start looking at how we develop an online business and build out an asset that's going to be really valuable in our business, yeah? Exactly. So this is why I wanted to share this with you guys today. And I know lots of you have got like technical questions and things like that, which I keep seeing in the comments. I want you to come into the group. Like those of you on Instagram, if you're not in the group, get over into the Facebook group. It's called Yoga Teacher Marketing Community Digital Yoga Academy. Ask your techie questions here in the group. Actually, before you ask them, use the search functionality, because there are tons of questions about liability waivers, tons of posts and conversations about liability insurance, about mics, lighting, about payment systems, about online platforms to use, and so on. It's all there. I also did a training on Sunday, just gone, which was about getting your in-person classes into live streaming, like now, ASAP, what you need to do. Just come into the group and go to videos, and you'll see that video there. And I've been sharing some other videos in the group as well, previous ones that I've done around being more visible, getting over your fears of being on the camera, stuff like that. Again, all the links are in the group. So I hope you found this useful today. I'm looking forward to supporting you again tomorrow and also on Monday. Tomorrow, I'm going to be sharing with you how to choose your online yoga course topic, okay? How to choose your online yoga course topic, yeah? Same time tomorrow. So those of you asking about audience building, you know, there's a lot to learn, okay? There's a lot to learn. Make sure you make the most of my resources. I've got tons of resources. There's my blog, there's the podcast, the Yogipreneur podcast. There are tons of video trainings. They're all on the Digital Yoga Academy page, business page, Facebook business page. All of the video trainings, I show up every week and do a video training, and all of those trainings are on the Facebook page, okay? So just go to videos, you'll see them all there. We need to invest time in ourselves to learn, okay? So don't panic, don't feel overwhelmed. There is time to learn, okay? We've probably got a little bit more extra time on our hands right now anyway, so now is a great time to learn, okay? So schedule it in. Schedule it in. When it's not scheduled in, it ain't gonna happen. But thank you to each and every one of you for showing up here with me today. Thank you. So this is great. Come into the community, support each other. We're all in this together. The Facebook group is called Yoga Teacher Marketing Community. Just search it, or go onto the Digital Yoga Academy Facebook page and go to groups, and you'll see it there. It's an amazing community. There's over 10,000 teachers in this community now. So I'm so grateful, so grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you for showing up here with me. You inspire me, and you inspire me to, you know, keep doing this for you and showing up for you. So big love to you all. Stay safe, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Okay, take care. Lots of love. Bye bye.